Tom, just to let you know, Rob and Ryan are passing on their congratulations to Tristan Nidham for being called up to the Zimbabwe team for the African Cup of Nations.
Well, what can I say? You know, I've got an eye for talent, Gina. I've got an eye for talent, and so the comment section, because they told me to sign him, actually. So the comment section have an eye for talent.
Well, actually, they credit Andre for signing him.
What? They think Andre did this? I did this. The comment section did this. I mean,
well, he's young, so they just think Andre did it.
So because he's young, Rob and Ryan think that Andre brings him in? Do they not understand how youth systems work?
They're American. They only understand drafts in American sports.
I can't believe this. Look how smug Andre looks as well. So frustrating. The worst thing, he doesn't say anything either. Like, that's worse than not gloating to me, actually. It makes you feel worse. Also, are you on the set of Deadpool? Right. How is he getting invites? Right. Roll the intro. I can't be dealing with this. So here he is, Tristan Nidham on his way. He's playing in the African Cup of Nations this January. We're going to lose him for a little while as he goes to play for Zimbabwe. They've got Malawi, Senegal and Guinea in their group. I'd like to think they can do pretty well, and hopefully Tristan will have a decent say in it. Anyway, welcome back to the Wrexham Way. Hope you're all doing well and looking forward to today's episode. Today is a big one. Altrincham in the league and then Notts County. Notts County, arguably the biggest team in non-league football right now, I would say. They beat us earlier on in the season. We need to get revenge. Also, you may notice on the screen right now, I've changed skin again because the TCS one, I think it was like a dodgy knockoff one, essentially. Not the actual official TCS skin, which is why it kept glitching out quite a bit. I went back to the default skin for last episode, but in that time, this skin called Rentsy has come out. So again, I'll leave a link in the description to this one, and we might settle on this one. If better skins come along, we might change. But I like switching up skins to start off with to see which one I quite like. This skin works perfectly, by the way, apart from this screen. This screen has a mind of its own. These like tabs, you can change all these tabs around, right? Like inbox or put this one to finance. They all change. Like they don't stay what you set them as, which is rather annoying. Also, today is a double upload day. You guys smashed the target that I set on episode 1 of this series. So we are going to do double uploads today and tomorrow. So this is the first one. So don't think this is it today. Watch this one and then go and watch the next one at 8 o'clock tonight. Anyway, before we properly start in today's video, make sure you do drop a like on the video for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're around here and leave a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. Since you were last here for the 2 defeats, things have actually gone relatively well for us. So you were last here for the Crew game and the Kings Lynn Town game, but since then, we've done a bit of winning. We started off with a 5-1 win over Wealdstone. Of course, the first game after those big defeats on camera last time out, we win 5-1. Paul Mullen with a hat-trick in that game. He's scoring plenty of goals. We then went on to beat Halifax Town away from home 3-1 with all 3 goals coming from corners. James Jones, our corner taker, is racking up the assists this season. After that, though, we did lose a game. Bromley, at the time, were top of the National League table, and they beat us. They were, overall, the better team in that game, I think. But since then, we've bounced back and we've kept clean sheets in every single game. The Dover game was the first clean sheet that Sana had kept since he played in the FA Cup second qualifying round against Witton Albion. So, obviously, the Barnet game, we had Leighton in goal. Then he got injured at some point down here, and then we couldn't keep clean sheets until the Dover game. But it was too late for Sana then because Leighton was now back from his injury, and from Weymouth onwards, Leighton's been back in the net and has kept a clean sheet every single game. 4-0 against Weymouth was fantastic. 3-0 against Bradford Park Avenue in the FA Trophy, fantastic. And then 1-0 against Solihull Moors, a very late goal from Paul Mullen ensured we picked up all 3 points. Now, bear this in mind. When we lost to Bromley, we were 7 points behind Bromley in the league. But losing to Bromley seems to have set off a bit of a weird thing for Bromley right now because they, since beating us, have failed to win a game in the league, which has been very good for us because what it means, if we look at the league table, is that we are now back on top of the pile, albeit by a single point ahead of Bromley. Stockport County and Notts County are right behind us, 2 points behind us on 41, so lose to County today, this could be detrimental. But as we start to head towards the second half of the season, we're doing well. We're doing well. We have to keep going with it. As you can see, Paul Mullen, 22 goals this season so far, leading the charts, but it's James Jones with his 16 assists in the league. I think in all competitions, he has 20 assists in all competitions, which is mental. So overall, I think we can be pretty happy with how things are going. We've got a game today against Altrincham. It's on the 28th of December. We played on Boxing Day, which was the 26th. So we had 1 day of rest in between these games. And for the 1 day of rest, our players are looking relatively fit, although there have been a few changes, as you'll notice when I go through the team. So Langton back in between the sticks after his 6-week injury. In front of him, he's got Ben Tozer, Hayden and Brisley today because, where is he? Lennon is ridiculously tired after the past few games. So we're going to give him a rest for this one. But he is now up to 10 goals for the season, by the way, because he scores so many headers from corners. Melford Smith and French are in the wing-back positions today. Bryce Hosanna, again, not quite fit enough to play this one. Neither is Tristan Needham, which is a bit frustrating because this is his final game before he goes to Zimbabwe to play in the African Cup of Nations. So he might come on as a substitute, but he's just not fit enough to start this game. So Garrett starts alongside James Jones with an unchanged attacking lineup of Young, McAllinden and Mullen. So, kick-off is upon us today. And also one of the big things about this Renzi skin is the just massive scoreboard at the top. I think you can tell what colour the teams are and which teams are playing. But Altrincham down in 16th right now, so on paper this should be a nice routine win for us. They're on half the points that we've got this season, so we should be half as good as them, to my understanding. Early cross there coming in from Melford Smith, but he doesn't quite get the ball to an intended target. He does find, oh my goodness, I think Mullen was offside in the process there, but how he's not buried that, I have no idea. Free kick though for Altrincham. Please don't do it. Please hit the post or something and it go wide. Oh, it's gone on the back of the net. I thought we got away with that one then. Hit the post, cleared off the line, but it was a terrible clearance. I mean, watch it again on the replay, right? This is very unfortunate, I think, for us to concede. The free kick itself is good. That shot then gets cleared off the line, but the clearance bounces back to the striker. This angle's not great to show it, to be fair, but the slide challenge came in to try and stop the shot, but it only bounced in the back of the net. And of course, we're behind. And of course, Altrincham with their one shot on target have scored. What have we just seen there? Oh my goodness, how big of a throw was that? Ben Tozer has got 18 long throws. And I guess we've not really seen him much this season so far because of his injuries, but that was monumental. I mean, that's not a throw. That's a goalkeeper kick. That's what he's done there. I'm absolutely shook by that. I mean, we've got a goal from it, so I'm not going to complain. That is absolutely incredible. Ben Tozer, take a bow. Long throws of 18. Get a player with long throws. They can do things like that. And I thought Hancock was about to score for Altrincham then. That would have been a perfect goal for them. In the meantime, Corner Express, James Jones, Melford Smith, goal. 21 assists for James Jones this season now. He's a machine. Also, if you want to know my corner tactic, I did a video on it a week or two ago, so I'll leave a link to that on the screen in the end card, something like that. Basically, near post corners are very powerful again. So we are back in front. So we are in front in this game, which is great. After going 1-0 down from the one shot on target, I was a little bit concerned that it was going to be another one of those episodes. But I'd just like to win a game on an episode for a change. It's been a while. I mean, we are literally halfway through the season. You guys haven't seen a win on camera since day one. So it's not been ideal, but hopefully we're going to cement it with a goal here as we look to come forward with 20 minutes or so to go. Brisley on the ball, forward to James Jones, out wide to French. French with some time and space to deliver a ball into Mullen. Mullen back to French, across to McAllinden, who puts it over the bar. But a nice move. Weirdly, I don't know why Tozer's not on the throw-in there. French is. I mean, it doesn't quite make sense to me. I'd rather have Tozer on every throw-in after seeing that monumental just launch. But I think I don't want to get ahead of myself. We've got 5 minutes to go still. If we can just grab a goal here, it's done and dusted. But it's not over, particularly only one goal in it. We need to grab another one. Right, Garrett into Tozer, out to Medford Smith, who looks to bring it forward down the left-hand side of the attack. Can he get a ball into Garrett? He does, back to Medford Smith. Can he get a ball in the middle? No, but Tozer might be able to. James Jones can't win it. No. Oh, okay. We've won possession at the back. I thought there was going to be a nice counter-attack for Altrincham then, but it's not. Hopefully we're going to come back at them. Hayden into Tozer, into James Jones, McAllendon, Young. Great ball over the top to Paul Mullen, who scores the goal, and surely now that's going to wrap up 3 points on camera for the first time in what feels like forever. But there's a highlight straight from kickoff. No, don't do this to me. I just want to get a win. I want to get over the curse that we seem to have so far, where we can't win on camera. Come on. Don't know. Let's... Good save. Good. I mean, I don't know what happened there. What... They don't make it easy, these players, sometimes. They really don't make it easy. God. Anyway, luckily for us, I think we have just about got away with it. 3-1 win. I say got away with it. We dominated the game. 23 shots to 10. They've had terrible ratings in their defence. Everyone's on a green rating for us, apart from Langton, who had to do nothing all game, pretty much. It was a nice win. Well, there you go. You love to see it. You've finally seen us win another game on camera. It's taken a while, but we've done it. And with that, who else won games? Well, Bromley won their game. What did they do? They won 4-1 against Maidenhead. Stockport won 1-0 against Solihull Moors. But Notts County, where are they? Not there. Oh, they didn't play a game then. But they are on 21, so they must have played early at some point potentially. So we are now comfortably 5 points clear of them. Also, as we approach January, players are being told that contracts are coming to a conclusion. And I'll be honest, Harry Lennon has to sign a new contract. I think we'll do it right now. Offer him a new contract. Important player. He's been absolutely phenomenal this season. Love him. He's on 1.5 grand a week right now. 1.7 seems reasonable. Do I want to say a 3-year deal? Can we get 2 years? Get rid of that promotion wage rise. Bring the appearance fee down a little bit and the clean sheet bonus down a little bit. Get rid of the unused substitute. He's not going to like this. Maybe 1.8k per week. Can we add an optional year extension? Optional 1-year extension. Lock it in. Suggest he wants a lot more money for it. 1.9. He won't like that, I don't think, will he? Suggest 2.1. My thinking behind this is, I don't know where the club's going to be in 2 years' time. Potentially, we could still be in the National League, and in that case, I want to keep him around. Although, maybe if we've not been promoted in that time, he's probably not the best defender. But say we are maybe still in League 2 in 2 years' time, or maybe just promoted to League 1. If we're promoted to League 1, we don't need him in 2 years' time or 3 years' time. He likes that contract either way. I think it's nice having the optional extension in there. So that contract sorted. Liam McAllendon. Do I want to give him a new contract? I don't think I do, you know. He's got 5 goals in 20 appearances. So, I mean, that's not a bad record, to be fair. 1 goal every 4 games. It's not that bad. It's just when you compare him to Paul Mullen, he looks rubbish, right? Good National League player, unlikely to improve. Yeah, it kind of makes me think that I don't want him. And actually, I don't think I really want to keep hold of anyone else. Like, I mean, maybe Ryan Austin and Jamie Nash. How much potential have these guys got? We're looking at potential of National League with Ryan Austin and Jamie Nash potential National League. So I'm not overly keen on keeping them. And everyone else is not really playing for us. I mean, Sean Brissy played a lot this season, but Ben Tozer's back now, so Ben Tozer is the player that we want. I reckon I ignore most of them. Save us a lot of money. Also, youth player contracts are expiring, and every youth player is terrible, to be fair. So I'm not really bothered about getting contracts for these guys. Although, I think this is quite impressive. The team have got themselves to the FA Youth Cup 4th round. Like, they've got through... Who have they got through? Halifax, Guiseley, Barrow, and Bolton. So qualifying round against Halifax, and then obviously the 1st, 2nd and 3rd round with those teams. Leicester under 18s await. Imagine if they win that. And talking contracts, Dundalk straight in there for Liam McAllendon. He's on 1.2 grand a week here. I'm not convinced. I think we could do better. Anyway, County are up next, but before that, I've finally done it. Finally, I've won Manager of the Month. I've had 2 second place finishes in September and October. November wasn't even in it because I was too poor apparently, but December's the one. Wait, hang on. Harry then signed a new contract, but it says for 1 year. Because a 2-year deal in January means 18 months apparently. Oh, for goodness sake, Tom. So it only runs until the end of next season. But actually that might be okay, you know, because then we've got that 1 year potential extension. Okay, I'm a little bit annoyed about that. I should have read the dates better, shouldn't I? Anyway, we won't let it hold us back. What we'll do instead is bring him back onto the pitch to play instead of Brisley and swap those two over because Len's got the left foot. Tozer can play with his left foot but has a right foot. French will come off the pitch. We're going to bring back onto the pitch Hosanna, and then we've got to get Needham off the bench as well for Dan Jarvis. The rest of the team stays the same. So, kick-off is upon us. Let's get this win against Notts County. We've got a throw-in. It's a Ben Tozer special, and again, all the way to the far post, but this time collected by Slocum, the keeper. That's a bit annoying. That looks like a pretty decent move, though, from Tozer. He just launches it and just hopes someone gets on the end of it to knock it back across the goal because he throws it too far every single time. Mullen in behind. Goal. I didn't really see what's happening. I was looking at the camera instead, but I just saw Paul Mullen get on the end of, I think it was a Luke Young ball from the centre circle. We'll watch this back again. So Slocum clears it, win in the air by Tozer, down to Jones, into Young, over the top to Mullen, goal. Very nice move. So early on in this game, 1-0 up, which is great. We failed to score against County at our place. They beat us 1-0, so already we're doing better than that home game. But there's a long build up to this free kick, which means it's going to go in the back of the net. How's that gone in? Lainton should be so upset with himself with that. I mean, a right-footed... Oh, well, back on level terms. Not too much of a big deal. We are having more shots than County so far, but we say that every single game, and on camera when that happens, we tend to lose them at the moment, which is not ideal. But County playing it around nicely at the back. Long ball up top hasn't worked out. Luke Young collects the second ball, and Lennon can now put it over the top to Mullin, who scores a second goal. I think he might be offside though, because the linesman's not moving around. How offside is this? Yeah, fairly offside, okay. It's not fair, is it? Why do offsides happen to good people? It's not fair, as Lainton collects that free kick comfortably, more commanding than the previous free kick at least, and now, can he do anything special with it? As he looks to launch this one out from the back. Up to no one in the end, which is a bit of a shame. Connolly gets it at the back, and County can try and bring it forward. And I'm tempted to say that they might do it, you know, because this is a long highlight. And long highlights usually mean good goals. I thought for us then. Who was that? Trying to Garrett. Nearly get a great challenge in there, Garrett, but he didn't get the challenge in. Medford Smith does make the interception, though, and then nearly loses possession immediately. Plays it back to Hayden, who launches the ball over the top to Mullen again, who scores. This time it is onside. Mullen is loving these balls over the top today. Wrexham 2, County 1. But the first half is still not over. So many highlights in this one, as again, County are attempting everything to come forward in this game. We need to stop them though, but they have got past our defenders. A ball is going to come into the middle, and it's one in the air, and that's offside. It's come off Ruben Rodriguez, who's offside. Is he not? Novak wasn't offside, but I swear Rodriguez was here. I want to see this again. So the ball off Novak's... Oh, he's not offside, is he? Because he's being played onside by Tozer. It's very tight, and it's very unlucky, I think, for us. But yeah, there's no offside in that. Oh no, don't do this to me like this. Not just before half-time. Luckily, that one goes sailing over the crossbar, as after a very, very entertaining first half, it's 2-2. Right, let's get our act together here in the second half. If we get a goal now, this will be good. It's gone back to James Jones. I couldn't really see what the ball had done there because it just sort of went up in the air, but that's a goal. How has that gone in? I won't complain, but that shouldn't have gone in the back of the net. It looked like a very weak shot from Garrett. So the corner comes in. Tozer just heads it straight back to Jones, who plays it to Garrett. One touch, left-footed shot. Actually, it's a lot better than it looked like from that highlight. That's actually a very good low curling effort. I thought it was just like a bit of a dribble. But actually, I think the keeper saw it late, and it was actually a pretty decent shot in the end. So we'll take that. I'm sorry, Garrett. I sort of, I don't know, I talked you down there. I didn't mean to. In the meantime, County are coming forward immediately after we score our goal. But instead, we find another ball over the top to Paul Mullen. Oh, he hits the crossbar, agonising. That could have been the goal that would have sealed the game. Gosh, this one is exciting. So much going on in this game against Notts County, and this is why we need to win the league title, because all these teams in the playoffs, everyone can beat each other. Like Notts County have had a good, they beat us earlier on in the season, they've had a good go at beating us today. I'd rather not go via the playoffs because it's just going to be so edgy and nerve-wracking, the playoffs, and I wouldn't back us to do it if I'm honest with you. So we need to try and win this league title, and so far with 10 minutes to go, we're getting a big 3 points against County here today. Luke Young dispossessed, County coming forward. They've heard me say anyone can beat anyone, and thank goodness we didn't score. What was our defence doing there? Also, completely realised I've not made changes. This skin actually has changed. I can't see players' fitness on there anymore. If I move this around a bit, no fitness. I don't care about run time. I want to know fitness on there, please. If I switch it to general info rather than basic info, it's there. That's a lot easier. Anyway, not that it matters now. We're in the 90th minute, and I think, yes, we've won the game. Whew. So you love to see it. Double wins in today's episode. We are still top of the table as things stand. We're 2 points clear of Stockport County. Bromley keep dropping. Grimsby are now in the playoffs, and County drop down to 7th. It just shows how tight it is in these playoffs. But right now, we're top of the pile. So, next episode then. It might actually be the FA Trophy 5th round. How many rounds are there in the FA Trophy? We got through the 3rd round. That was pretty simple. We're in the 4th round now. The 5th round, quarterfinal, semi-final. So, if we beat Aldershot, we might do the 5th round. If not, we'll come back at some point, probably in the middle of February. Not sure which games yet. So, thank you very much for watching today's video. The first of today's videos, I should say. Episode, 2 of today is coming out at the normal time of 8 PM. But of course, it's a double upload day. And of course, tomorrow is also a double upload day. So, look forward to 2 uploads at... I'm not quite sure what time the first upload is going to go out at. 5-ish, I guess? 4 or 5? You'll find out. Whenever this video came out, it will come out at the same time tomorrow. Anyway, thank you very much. See you soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.